Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome to the version of Agrofrost. Alright, got a couple things going on today. I'm just going to put this tractor away first before I get too involved in anything else. I'm going to go refill the seeds in it, because as you're probably aware, when you use the seeds up, if you hire a worker, they do cost you quite a bit of money. Same thing goes for fertilizer as well, so I'm just going to put this guy over here for the time being. And there we go, that's good enough for the time being. Perfect. Alright, so if we hop over to this guy right here, this field's actually ready now. So we're going to go ahead and harvest this field at the moment. I think this is the only field ready actually, if I look. Yes, it is indeed the only field ready at the moment. So we'll harvest field 11. It's not too big, so it shouldn't take too long. But you never know, this is Farm Sim, so things do take their time. So let's go and unfold this guy, and let's unfold the actual combine itself, and go from here. Alright, how's everybody doing today? Hope everyone has had a good week so far. Mine has been pretty good. Or I can't complain about it at least. It's been cold here, but that's about it really. I think, was it yesterday we had a low of minus 25, I think it was, minus 25 Celsius, so that's always fun. Do I have straw enabled? No. Do I want straw enabled? No. Alright, let's see. Is it enabled? It should be. Good. Alright, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and do this in cab, just because it has a nice cab. Well, relatively nice. It's funny. I don't realize. I like to drive in cab when I don't record, just because it's quieter. is the reason I've mentioned more than once before. And now that I have a steering wheel, I actually want to spend even more time in the cab, just because it makes sense. It makes sense given the circumstance, right? But as I've mentioned before, I'm very lucky to be able to get one of these, so I'm appreciative, let's say that. Let's see if I can hit my cruise control up here. There we go. So, yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting week, bit of a cold week here in Ontario. I don't know what it's like out in other places, but let me know what the weather's like where you are. I know here we've had a bit of a cold streak again, so people have all been complaining about the weather. You know, that's nothing new. Nothing new here, at least in Canada. People are always complaining about the weather, whether it's too hot or too cold, so it's a common topic. So if you don't know what to talk about with somebody from Canada, you can ask them about the weather, and usually it's a pretty good topic. It's kind of funny, actually. I don't know. The cold doesn't affect me too much. Like, minus 25 is not too cold for me. I used to live in a city that was a bit colder than this, so for me, minus 25 is not a big deal. But for people who have never been in a situation where it's colder, like living up in Nunavut in Canada, for example. I had a buddy who lived up there for a while, and he came down here in shorts and a t-shirt one year, and it was like, you know, spring, and he's like, oh my gosh, it's so hot here. But for him, that was, you know, actually hot, because he had spent the last like 4 or 5 years in Iqaluit, I think it was, and minus 25 is like a warm day there, because where they are, it's like all flat in Iqaluit, so you get all the wind off the not the river. I guess it could be a river, could be the sea as well. So it's super cold there. Nice. That was a nice little easy headland. All right. Shall we do 2 headlands? I don't know. I'll go out of the cab for this part because I want to try, being the keyword of course, to have a little bit of a mixture of both in and out of the cab. Although I do find, I don't know if, I'm not sure what the word is, but I think it's just called what's it called? You see it a lot on tractors. It's like a little knob on your steering wheel to turn quicker, essentially. I feel like I need those. I need one of those. It's really funny. Actually, one of the guys I follow online, Jamie, also known as Jammin000, he actually got a John Deere one. It's kind of funny. I don't think he uses it when he races, but when he plays Euro Truck, he uses it a lot. And I think when he plays Farm Sim, I think he uses it as well. I don't know for sure though. Yeah, I think he's only done one episode on Farm Sim, but he's pretty active on Twitter, so I talk to him fairly often. Once in a while, he'll say something funny. Like the other day, he was posting something about what was it? It was about. Oops, what happened there? It was about. That's weird. Alright, let's go back. Apparently I tabbed out by accident. It was about Keurig, I think it was. And he was like, sing to me, Keurig. It was really random, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Right, give me a sec. I'm just going to grab a quick sip of coffee here. Nice. Yeah, so, like I said, I feel like I want to play a lot more in cab with the steering wheel now. Some of you will hate that, some of you will love that. It's easier to make more graceful turns, that's for sure. You don't have to like wobble. I can't even imitate the same thing you would do. I don't know if I can do it right now. Yeah, so there you go. So see how that's using the keyboard. It's not too bad actually, but it's a lot more. The turn is a lot more abrupt, I would say, in comparison to using the steering wheel. So it's kind of cool. So, the last episode of Texas has gone live, and I'm just going to turn around the back here. Last episode of Texas has gone live, so that's episode 20. We finished up that series this week. I guess it was yesterday. Because I haven't got my new computer set up and anything like that, I haven't got around to getting the next map set up yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just release a few more Agrofrost episodes until I get my computer set up, and then I'll start the new series on the new computer. Well, that's the idea at least. So if it gets too ridiculous, like too long, I should say, then I'll just start without it. But ideally, I would like to start with the new computer, but we'll see how that works out. You never know. So, but. I have a couple suggestions actually from people suggesting which map to check out. I had a couple people say Nebraska map, a couple people say the Smoky Mountain map as well. As I mentioned in the last episode, those will be the two maps we're going to check out. We're going to do a little vote, as we tend to do. Well, not always, but you know, once in a while we do a vote. So we'll do a vote, and we'll see how that goes from there. This is where mirrors would come out nice. Actually, even if I had mirrors, it wouldn't make a difference at this particular time, because just the way, like, I have to do this to look at the mirrors, and that is not necessarily a natural thing to do. So we're actually getting pretty full, so I'll have to grab the Ursus here in a second. But yeah, those are the two maps we're going to play on. We're going to play on. We're going to do one episode on Nebraska. We'll do one episode on the Smoky Mountain map, and we'll let people vote. And as per usual, we'll do the number of the net positive. So if there's 10 votes for Nebraska, or 10 likes for Nebraska, and 1 dislike, that means it has a net positive of 9. That's how that works. Let's turn around here, Iain. Alright. It's funny. This is probably one of the... doing this kind of turnaround here probably is one of the most time-consuming things, because this is such a small field. I don't know what farmers do when they have a really small field like this. I suppose they don't turn as much, I guess. I don't know. So maybe they just... I don't know, maybe they'll go in a circle or something, but that wouldn't be that efficient either. I think it depends on the farmer. Like, every farmer does it a little bit differently, I suppose. You try to make it as efficient as possible, so I think most farmers will do like a couple headlands around the outside, just so they got some work, so they can have some room to maneuver, and then from there they'll go and, I suppose, go up and down the field as best as possible. Alright, that's probably pretty full, I imagine. I don't know. We got 73%. This is what happens when you don't fertilize the field. I suppose I could have, but I'm honestly not that worried about it. We didn't plant it, so I don't feel so bad about not fertilizing. Although we do have to fertilize some of our other fields. We haven't done that yet, so we'll have to see how that goes. That's one thing I haven't done yet, actually, this steering wheel. That should be interesting, actually. I don't know if it'll be difficult or easy or what, but it'll be something, that's for sure. It's so strange. When I'm inside the cab there, it's so quiet. I'm like, did I turn the game sound off or something? But I didn't. It's just it's just how much I adjusted the indoor sound. I've actually had a couple people ask me about that, and they asked like, how did you change the indoor sound? It's actually in the same place as what are we at now? 80%. Second. I had a couple people ask me, how do I do that? It's actually in the same place where you disable the shuttle control. It's in the same place as you disable shuttle control. It's like right in there. You just gotta change a number, and that's it. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. Luckily, at least. Here's a question: would you guys be interested in seeing Courseplay tutorials? Like, I've already done Courseplay tutorials for 2013, and for 2015, they are exactly the same. Like, nothing has changed to the point where I would have to change the tutorial. But if you guys would like to see updated tutorials for those, I don't mind doing updated ones. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just change the name of them. Not change the name of them, but like do the same sort of idea, just update it for 2015. If that's something you guys would like to see, as I said before, they are exactly the same as 2013 and 2015. There's nothing different between the two Courseplays. Nothing significantly different that you wouldn't understand what I'm doing in the 2013 tutorial. But if you'd like to see updated ones, let me know. I don't mind doing them. They're not too difficult to do. So there's lots of random things you can do with Courseplay. Like in Texas, I managed to set up a system where I could sell straw straight off the field. That only works if you have a good sell point, mind you, but not every map has a nice sell point that you can do that easily. So it is possible to do. 90%. Should be all right. It is possible to do. It's not impossible, that's for sure. But it's just takes a little bit of fiddling around, I suppose. I know a couple people have had some problems with Courseplay. It's, you know, they released a version and there's always going to be an updated version out 100%. Like if you go and get the developer version, like it's going to be the same. Well, they're going to update it with different things all the time, so you always have to take that into consideration, right? It's like they're always constantly working on it. So they might have stopped for the time being because they pushed out 4.01, but I don't know if they are well, they're probably still working on it, on updates and fixes. Like one of the biggest things I don't know if they fixed yet with Courseplay is in terms of when you have the weight or the speed issues, I guess. So what happens is because in the old versions of Courseplay, speed wasn't really an issue. You could go as fast as you want and turn as fast as you want, and there was no problem basically. Whereas now, you kind of have to take that into consideration. That was a terrible turn. You have to take that into consideration. Oh, there we are, 100%. Alright, let's pipe out then. There we go. Let's go on the outside, pipe out. Take a little bit of a turn. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear my steering wheel, the whirring sound I described it as last time. Let me know. Hopefully, like I said, I'm going to try and see what I can do in terms of... there we go. See what I can do in terms of getting a different mic set up soon. Maybe next month, I'm thinking. After making the purchase of the new computer, I'm a little reluctant to spend more money than I need to at the moment. That's just the way I am in general, but it's just even more so right now because because the computer wasn't super cheap either. So I guess we can go this way, sure. But I'll see what I can do. The microphone I'm looking at is a Audio-Technica 20, so it's called AT2020 is the microphone I'm looking at. I'm not an expert in audio, that's for sure, but I know a couple people who use it and are very satisfied with that particular one. one of the guys I watch on Twitch from time to time. His name is Matrixus. Matrixus. He uses an Audio-Technica 2020, and it sounds really good. He used to be a DJ as well, so his music is really good. That's actually where I discovered Monster Cat, which is the music I use when I do the live streams. Because the way it works with Monster Cat is you can use their music if you have paid for it legally, or if you don't want to purchase any music, you can sorry, concentrating apparently. You can use what they have called that was still bad. Twitch. You can use their monstercat.fm, which is like a radio station for their music essentially. All you need to do is get their bot to join your. There we go. All you need is get their bot to join. Is it? Nope. I screwed that up. I don't know why. You just need to get their bot to join your channel, and it'll just basically post what song's being played at the moment, basically. So, but other than that, you can use their music like that if you want to. It's a free form. The one thing I didn't like because my internet connection's not, or my upload speed, I should say, not my internet connection. My download speed's fine, but my upload speed's pretty not rotten, but. I know Hitman's got a worse connection than I do, so I can't really say much. But my upload speed's like 2 megabytes a second, so if I want to try and download or stream music through the Monstercat FM and upload at the same time, like streaming essentially, it didn't work very well last time. Had a few dropped frames in that scenario, so what I did was I just bought an album, basically. And I really like the music. I know it's not for everybody. I know not everyone's into electronic music, but I don't know. It's my stream, I guess. I don't know. I don't like country music very much, to be honest with you. I do like rock and roll, but unfortunately I would never be able to get the rights to use bands like Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne, stuff like that. Technically you can play it, but I'm trying to go by the book, so that's why I bought music. Alright, let's get this last little bit here, and we'll see where we are at. That was probably a more excessive turn than need be, but whatever. Alright, let's get the last little bit here. This is probably the most annoying part. Like, could you imagine doing this with a... like, I guess it's the last little bit, so probably if it was the last little bit, you probably wouldn't be worried about not worried about it, but you'd be happy to finish it because then your harvest is done and you don't have to worry about it. I know a lot of farmers had to worry about getting getting their crops off the field basically this year, but oops. So if you got it off, you'd be happy basically is what I'm going for. Perfect. Last little bit. Nice. Let's turn the header off. Go into this view, and let's take a wide turn around, and let's do that. I love how you can fold that front part, that header. That's a really nice little feature of this particular combine. I guess it's not the combine specifically, it's the header, but I still think it's cool. Really? That's not close enough for you? Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh, of course. There we go. It's just that one little tiny area. Good. Got the rest of that. Let's do this. Good. What are we at here? What else do we got going on? Let's just... what other fields do we have ready to go? 4 we don't own. 2. That is our orchard for the time being. 12, 11, they need to be seeded. So yeah, just like looks like it's more seeding at this particular time. Yep, that's what it is. Just double checking to see if I missed something, but no, that seems to be what the case is. We need to seed 23 as well, so let's just leave the combine here. Let's fold it up for the time being. Try and keep the stuff out of the hopper, I guess it's called, inside the combine. delete that there, and we'll take this and go for a little drive. Alright, where are we heading here? Let's bring up the map. I don't know where the heck I'm going. Going to the Molina. Just way down here. Go for a little tour, I guess. Alright. Yeah, so like I said, if that's something you'd like to see, the Courseplay tutorials, an updated version, they aren't really any different. They wouldn't really be much different right now than they were in 2013, but if you'd like to see updated versions, let me know. If there's a tutorial about something else you'd like to see, whoa, what happened there? A little bit of a... No, watch out! If there's another tutorial you'd like to see, for another mod, perhaps, let me know. I don't mind doing tutorials. I think some people in the past have asked about, what's it called, Auto Tractor. I could do a tutorial about that. I haven't used it much. We actually own this field right here, this cornfield too. It's not ready to be harvested, is it? No. This is the most roundabout way of going to this place. Jeez. If you guys would like to see another tutorial, let me know. I know a couple people a long time ago asked about Auto Tractor and oops, that was a bad turn for me. Auto Tractor and Auto Combine. I honestly haven't used those enough to do a tutorial on them, and I don't really use them much. But if you guys would really like to see a tutorial on them, I could do that. I'd have to learn how to use it first, but it's not too bad. It's fairly straightforward, I think, with both of them. I think. I haven't used them much, to be honest with you, but as far as I understand, like, you select the side and you hire a worker, and that's about it, basically, so. Yeah. Actually, it's funny, I was on Twitter this morning, and Farmer Beavis, he sent me a link to a train mod for Farming Simulator. It made me laugh. Because we always, I don't know why, but we always end up talking about trains. Because we both like trains. And apparently there's a Farming Simulator 2015 train mod. I looked at it briefly and I was like, wow, someone has done that. So basically, it looked like someone took a train from... it looked like someone had taken a train from like Train Sim or something like that almost, and just made it act as if it's a vehicle in the game that you could drive around. It was pretty funny. I don't know what you can do with it, or if it's just like a placeable train or something. I honestly don't know, but it's just funny the fact that someone has done that. There we go. I don't think I've actually been this way before. I don't think. It's pretty rough terrain, actually. I don't think you'd really want to go this fast on this train, that's for sure. I don't know, I think this trailer is a little bit, yeah, you probably would scrape it a couple times going over that terrain, I imagine. Hold a random house there. Huh. Alright, so what else do we need to do? A lot of seeding, as I had discovered. We could progress time, actually. We could do that. What stage is that corn at? It looks like it's at the next stage, so we could actually progress time for the corn. Let's just put the handbrake on here for a second. Check out the shop. We could get a corn header. I don't know. I think this class comes with a corn header. Let me just double check. I believe it does. Come on. There we go. Yeah, there it is. That's the 670. Yeah, we could actually afford that. It's only 4 meters. Is there a bigger one? Oh, that's going to be painful. So we could harvest the corn. The question is, are we going to make $30,000 back from that little bit of corn? Well, maybe. Actually, it's even fertilized, it looks like, too. That's weird. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll stop that guy there. Let's hop into the John Deere. And let's go ahead and just grab the fertilizer sprayer and fertilize the fields we have seeded, just so we do get optimal yield. Where are we going here? Oh, that's right. I need to open this up still. Alright. Is it O? I thought it was O. Oh, there we go. Just didn't go close enough, apparently. The sprayer should be... There it is. see if I can do this. There we go. It's funny, when backing up in Euro Truck now, I really have to think about what's going on, because it's so, before like you use your mouse, so it's like a little bit different, and it's just one of those things where you had to get used to it a little bit. It's like everything. There we go, perfect. And let's take a quick little jaunt over here, fill this guy up, and I just made that sound. That's funny. Alright, let me do a quick little check here. Where are we at? Alright. So I think what we'll do is I'll stop the episode here for now. I don't know why this does this, but in this game it moves me to the side a little bit. Maybe it's because I'm turning? Yeah, that's what it is. That's funny. Apparently if I hit my... No, that doesn't make me go forward. Does that make me go backwards? No. So what we'll do is we'll come back to the next episode and we will fertilize those fields. But for now, folks, my name is Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015 coming at you from Agrofrost. Catch you guys later.